My people, my heart is sinking. Whew, Lena, it's been haunting me for years. Years and years. When I say years and years, I mean back in 2011. I was still working for a certain organization. And I was expecting my daughter. It was late 2011. We received a complaint from the community. This one is young. There's a block that is called Block 4. There was a child who was so traumatized that she couldn't even walk. That child was 8 years old, if I recall very well. I hope I'm audible. Don't forget, guys, I still have wires. I'm gonna try to make the story short, but that story still haunts me today. And a friend of mine reminded me of that story today because we were working together then. So this 8-year-old girl, she stays with her mother. She stays with her siblings and a stepdad. The mother just broken up with another guy who was still a stepdad to this girl. So, as we were told, this girl, whenever she wants, this little child, it's hard even to call her a girl. This little child, whenever she needs something, the mother will send her to the old uncle who was the mother's boyfriend then, who was an ex at that time. Whenever the child asks for things, the mother will send her to the ex-boyfriend who the child called uncle to get stuff. And the uncle will assault this child sexually before he renders, should I call it even rendering the service? Before the uncle gives the child what she's asking for, he will sexual assault the child. And the mother was aware of that. And then the child would come back home with whatever that she needed, and the mother sent the child to the uncle, the ex. So the mother is that person who likes to play the cards. So she was gambling in the hood where they will spend the whole night playing cards for money. And this little girl and her siblings will sleep at home with the current boyfriend to the mother, who's the current uncle to the kids. So apparently it was a continuous thing until this other day. The uncle, who was current, was just indulging to the child the whole night. And the child couldn't walk anymore. And then the child, the next day, the neighbors notices that the child can't walk. She's limping, she's peeing herself and all that. That's when they called the organization that I was working for then. I was a community caregiver. We went there. The situation was too bad. And the community was very angry. They went first to the first uncle, who was the mother's ex. Mob justice took its place until that uncle passes on. Like they literally killed him. And when we got to the scene of the next uncle, who was the current uncle, the police was already there, protecting the mother, protecting the uncle. What still kills me even today, the mother knew. I mean, yesterday we were celebrating Mother's Day, right? The mother knew. The mother knew that her daughter was being assaulted sexually by both men, the ex-boyfriend and the current boyfriend. And you know what our police did and our social development? They took the mother from the community, protecting the mother and the perpetrator, the current perpetrator. I remember when we were following up the story, the child at that time, she was contracted. She was HIV positive. She was only 8 years old. She had to wear diapers because she couldn't hold the pee and all that because she was damaged. They destroyed the child. I remember when they diagnosed the child and they said she won't make it to 15 years of age. How her body was traumatized and the status she was at. My question was, why the perpetrator and the mother were protected from the things that they did to the child. This haunted me for the longest time. But you know, the sad part is, today I found out that the police released the perpetrator and the mother, and they made another child. This woman got pregnant again for this man. She got pregnant for this man. And you know what happened to the child? Who was traumatized. Guys, the child who was traumatized, she's now a feast to any man in my hood. Whoever who wants to indulge to that child, she has thrown herself to any man. Because that's what she knows. That's what she believes in, that before she gets something, she should give her body. She should just give her body for whatever that she wants, because that's the only thing she knows. Who should we blame in this situation? Should we blame the mother? Should we blame the perpetrators? Should we blame the child for becoming who she is now? It keeps making me to be on check on what kind of a parent I am. It keeps me to be on check. Should I trust any man around my kids? It haunts me. It haunts me. I despise the mother more than anybody else, before the perpetrators and everything, and everybody else. Who does that to her child? What's the comeback to that? They say we see, we watch, we listen, we don't judge. How can you not judge? Are we keeping quiet because of these men are putting something on the table? Are we keeping quiet because we feel some sense of security for us? Because I wouldn't say it's for our kids. It makes me angry. Sometimes I talk about it on my podcast because it haunts me. What should we do? Should we blame the society as well, because they knew about it as well? They knew what was happening in that house. I hate every moment of it. It's 14 years later. It still haunts me. It's worse today when I got a feedback. Should we blame the mother? Should we blame the perpetrators? Should we blame the child? Should we blame the social workers? Should we blame the police? Should we blame the system? Who do we blame? Who releases such people? Who destroys an innocent child like that? Makes me angry. It makes me angry. It makes me makes me feel like ngiqashe iy'nkabi usiyambulala lo mama loyo ngoba uyinyoka edla amaqanda wayo. Umama odla iy'ngane zakhe. Yanginyanyisa nje.